Okay, we're going to be coming into a really quick fire mobility routine sequence today. So yeah, I just want you to be thinking about full range of movement in all of your joints. If there's anything that feels sticky, if you think your hips feel sticky, you know where to go. You can go into that strength and conditioning section, go and do some hip stretches, go and do some shoulder stretches. Okay, this is going to highlight all of those areas to get you working and moving to the best of your ability, reducing those wear and tears and just helping you have a happy life. Disclaimer, maybe that won't happen, but it will certainly make you move better and breathe better and have less pains or aches. Okay, we're going to get into it quite fast today. I want you to just stay here wherever you are, whatever comfortable seated position is going to be nice for you. If you need blocks, grab them now. There will be times where our hands are on the ground in our low lunge. So if you know you're somebody that rounds your back, grab your blocks. Okay, hands onto the thighs, palms facing up, close down the eyes. Breathe here. Feel this belly expanding through the chest, through the belly. Using that diaphragm to its full capacity, remembering that the core is not working efficiently if you are not breathing. Settle yourself down, use these breaths to tune you into your practice today. Take one final deep inhale, maybe with a big exhale. Blink the eyes open. Take the hands behind the head, interlace those hands, coming into our seated cat-cows, or if it feels more comfortable, come to kneeling. Inhale all the way up, gaze up. Exhale all the way down into your cat, elbows draw in. Inhale all the way up, gaze up, elbows drawing back. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, come back to neutral. Take your right hand down, lift the left elbow up and draw it to the side into this nice side stretch all the way down the left side, keeping the chest open, keeping that shoulder open. Inhale all the way up, right hand towards the neck now, left hand down, exactly the same. Reach that right elbow up and over like a big rainbow. Breathing here. Inhale all the way up. Take the hands in front of you, just interlace them and then take the palms away from you. Inhale, palms all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, palms down in front of you. Draw the hands away from you, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, big inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Coming into our all fours. Just some nice gentle wrist stretches here, so rotating in one way and then the other way. Coming into our plantar stretch. You know it's my favourite, but if we're talking about mobility, we can't not do this. Toes spread nice and widely, maybe you untuck them. Hands onto the thighs, palms facing up, just closing down the eyes, allowing yourself to connect back with your breath here. Final inhale, exhale. Come all the way back to your all fours. Maybe you give those toes a bit of a wiggle. Coming into our downward dog, so make sure you're set up nice and strongly. Tuck the toes. Exhale, drive all the way up and back. Index finger and thumb pushing into the ground. Externally rotating those shoulders. Maybe the heels are off, maybe the knees are bent. Inhale, three-leg dog, right leg high, keeping the hips square. Bending that right knee, driving the knee up to the sky into your scorpion dog. Take some hip rolls here, circling that knee around in one direction to start with, and then the other way. And then bring this knee all the way through to the front into your low lunge, knee down, toes untucked. Just sit here with your low lunge for a couple of rounds of breath. Maybe your hands are on blocks to keep this chest nice and open. Planting the left hand down, just walk that right foot slightly further out. Big inhale into your easy twist. Breathing here, pushing the mat over that left hand. And then coming up onto the tippy toes of the left foot, pushing the left hand into the ground, knee off. And then finding this space that we've got here under our chest between our left hand and our right foot. And then pushing so much that we can lift up this left leg. Swing it all the way through to the front. Push the mat away. Bring this left foot all the way through and back. 2 more times. Inhale all the way through. You're really going to have to use the oblique and use that hand pushing into the ground. That is why a block could be helpful, just to create this extra bit of space. 1 more time. All the way through. And all the way back. Nice. Knee down. Hands all the way high. Breathing here. Making sure that rib cage is contained. And then exhale, leaning forward ever so slightly, taking the left hand to the wrist. Taking the left hand to the waist, taking the right hand to the temple, elbow straight out. Taking the hand long out to the side, thumb up, turn the thumb down, and then hand comes behind your back, keeping that elbow out to the side. Working this external and internal rotation of the arm and the shoulder joint. Feel that resistance as we move through the external thumb up and internal thumb down. Keep working here. Keep breathing. Nice. Both hands up to the temples. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist over to the right side, using that left oblique, keeping these elbows out to the side, making sure by keeping the elbows out to the side, you're not sticking through this rib cage, you're keeping it nice and contained. Still grounding through that big toe. Exhale, hands all the way to the front and down, stepping straight back through to that downward dog. Inhale, 3-leg dog, left leg high. Exhale, bend the knees, scorpion dog, draw that left knee up to the sky, squeezing those glutes. And then exhale, bring this left knee all the way through to the front, into your low lunge, knee up or knee down, hands on blocks or not. Ever so slightly bringing that left foot to the outside of the mat. Right hand grounded, easy twist. And then tucking the right toes, creating that space underneath, pushing through the right hand and bringing this right foot up and through. Up and back. Really working this ankle mobility, hip mobility, shoulder mobility. 1 more time. And that oblique strength. All the way through, knee down, hands up high. Ever so slightly lean forward, right hand to the waist, left hand to the temple. Hand extended out to the side, thumbs up, thumbs down, hand to the back. Out to the side, turn the thumb up, hand to the temple. Keep going with these internal and external. Keep breathing. Okay, one more time, and once you reach your temple, right hand to your temple as well. Inhale, lift. Exhale, spin round to the left, using these obliques, keeping the chest open. Don't be tempted to draw these elbows in. Breathing here. Final inhale, lift. Exhale, twist a little bit more. And then all the way back down to the ground, hands planted, straight back to your downward dog. And again, three-leg dog, right leg high. This time, step straight through to your low lunge. Keeping that knee off this time in your low lunge. Breathing here. Hands to the inside of that leg into your lizard lunge. And then preparing for those shoot throughs. So pushing that left hand into the ground, creating this space, bringing this left leg all the way through and down. This time, turn the right toe slightly out and then drop this right knee in and up. So working the internal rotation here. So if the knee doesn't go too far to the ground or there's some pinching, it's probably going to show you that internal rotation needs to be looked at to create that full range of motion. Keep going. 2 and 1. Coming back the way we came, planting that left hand, planting that right foot, pushing up and then driving this left foot all the way through. Inhale, high lunge, hands to the sky, making sure that we're not flaring the rib cage. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Keep grounding the big toe. Keep lifting, keep twisting. Exhale, mini back bend. Right hand to the left back of the leg. Left hand up and over. Think about the upper back moving rather than the lower back. And then exhale, hands all the way down to the ground. Plant them down, straight back to your downward dog. Inhale, three-leg dog, left leg high. Exhale, tiger curl that left knee all the way through into your low lunge. Knee up this time. Working that back leg as much as the front. And then bring your hands to the inside into this lizard lunge. Breathing here. Setting up for our shoot throughs, pushing the mat over the right hand. Bringing this right leg all the way through and down. This time coming into that internal rotation. So dipping that left knee down and up. Noticing if both sides feel a little bit different. If one's a bit easier than the other. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Setting back to come the other way. Pressing the left foot into the ground, right hand into the ground. All the way up. Bring this right leg through. Inhale, high lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Exhale, left hand to the back of the right leg. Right hand up and over. Really think about that height rather than the bend. And then exhale, this time we're sweeping all the way around, facing the right side of the mat, coming into our wide leg forward fold. So tucking the toes slightly in, hands onto your waist, just in this hip crease so we can really feel the hips moving. Inhale, activate the legs, pull the knees up, gaze up, and then folding from the hip creases. So you should literally feel the hip creases getting closer, so it's almost cutting your hand off. Folding all the way down. Weight is in the toes. Pulling up the knees so it's activating the quads so that the hamstrings can lengthen. Breathing here. Maybe you place the hands on the floor, grabbing hold of the ankles or the big toe, wherever feels comfortable. Inhale, think about the crown of the head lengthening down to the floor. Exhale, send that tailbone high. Inhale, halfway lift, planting the hands onto the ground, straight underneath where the face would be. Breathing here. Planting the left hand underneath the face, big inhale, right hand up to the sky into a twist. Keep the hips square. Exhale, changing hands, right hand under, left hand all the way up. Exhale all the way down. If you can, walk to the back of the mat, turn the right toes out, sink down into your Skandasana. Maybe you need a block underneath you. Hands to heart center, drawing this right knee into the right arm, staying up nice and tall, flexing the left toes. Staying here or sitting all the way down and then coming all the way up. And down and up. Driving through that right heel. All the way down. This time bringing this right foot in front so the right shin is parallel. This left foot is still flexed. Inhale, think about lengthening, drawing that right knee down. And then exhale, walk forward, but really working with a nice straight back. So think about that pelvis leading. You're rotating with that pelvis. It's rocking on itself. And the shoulder blades are still drawing towards one another. You're not leading with that chin, trying to reach forward, or the forehead. Keep grounding the left sit bones to the floor. Inhale, come all the way up. Setting back up into that Skandasana. And if you can, no hands, or crawl all the way to the front of the mat into your Skandasana. On the other side, left leg bent, right foot flexed. Hands to heart center. Left arm into the left knee. Keeping up nice and tall. Again, sit on that block if you need to. And think about the outside of that left foot grounding into the floor, working that external rotation. If you can, sink down, come up. Really helping that inner thigh strength, as well as pushing that mobility a little bit more as well. Okay, all the way down for everybody. Take this left shin parallel in front of us. Flexing both feet still. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding from these hip creases, feeling that pelvis starting to rock forward. And fold all the way down wherever you get to with this nice straight back. Breathing here. Keeping that right foot flexed, keep the back nice and straight. Maybe you're able to rock forward ever so slightly more. Keeping that right hip grounded, right sit bone grounded. Inhale all the way up. Coming into our wide leg fold now. Legs all the way out to the side, wherever you want them to go, however wide you want them to go. You know that this is easy for me because of my external rotation, so don't look at the camera and think, oh, look at her. Feet are flexed up to the sky. Thinking about these knees and everything rolling backwards because we're externally rotating. Maybe you stay here Or maybe again, you're tipping with this pelvis, it's rocking forward, almost like the scales, forward and back. And then walking the hands all the way forward wherever you get to. But as long as you're not rounding that back, you're really folding from the hips and the feet are still flexed. Keep breathing here. Every inhale, think about lengthening. Every exhale, see if you can tip that pelvis slightly further forward. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. Help those knees in, nice and slowly, nothing too fast. And then just give your knees a nice big hug in, just helping everything decompress, coming back in. Okay, taking the feet out in front of you, just about 45-degree angle. Sitting up nice and tall, sit on a block if you need to. And then we're just going to do these nice hip mobility exercises, dropping the knees one way, sitting up tall again, dropping the knees the other way. So internal and external. I always end up wiggling forward and then I have to then shuffle back. So maybe that's you as well, let me know. Keep going as slowly as you want to go, really feeling all of this movement. Okay, and then rest on one way. Maybe you've got that block underneath the front leg, that front leg hip, so that you're not swaying over to the side. Staying here, making sure you've got that 90-90 in your legs and the feet are still flexed. Inhale all the way over to the other side. Again, take that block with you if you need it underneath that hip. And really allow yourself to settle in here. Okay, swing the legs all the way around to the front. Hands out in front of us. Big inhale, exhale, and then next inhale, roll as slowly as you can all the way down. Big stretch. Coming into our happy baby, whether it's full or you take half, taking the outside of the feet or the calves or the hamstrings, driving the heels up to the sky, drawing the knees back into the armpits, trying to get those shoulders onto the ground. And then rock from side to side. Should feel really nice on that spine, a nice massage. And we're coming into our relaxation. I am actually going to take my feet to the edges of the mat and knock my knees in today rather than come into regular Shavasana. So if you want to do the same, go for it. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And use this just to help your body and brain come back into your breath, closing down the eyes. Feel everything sinking into the mat. The only thing moving is that belly rising and falling. Just check in with your body, notice if you're still holding on to anything. and fully relax here. Starting to make your way out of wherever you are, bringing the movement up into the fingers, up into the toes, wrists and ankles. Big stretch again. And then bend up the knees, roll over to your right side. With your eyes closed, push yourself all the way up, coming into your comfortable seated position, whether that's on a block or not. Hands onto your thighs, palms facing up, closing down the eyes. Breathing here. Taking your hands to heart center, bow the chin to the chest, thumbs to the third eye. Your body has got all of the capabilities, all of the resources to help you move better, to help you increase that mobility. But sometimes we just need to send that signal from our brain down to that area and really dedicate some time into working that mobility. Really well done for today. And this is definitely a class that you can revisit as much as you need. Whenever you're ready, taking the hands away from the eyes and blinking the eyes open.